Welcome back, everybody. I hope you're having a great day. I am sporting Kansas City, Kansas today. Yes, I know there's two Kansas Cities. I found that out. There's Kansas City, Missouri, and Kansas City, Kansas, and I read the whole situation regarding Kansas City. Kind of an interesting read, by the way. If anybody's interested, look it up. I've got a few things I want to bring up today. Okay, one of them being Cherie from TikTok, because I don't think she has a Facebook. So when I put her stuff on Facebook, on YouTube, when I put her stuff on YouTube, it's coming from me getting it from her TikTok, because I don't think she has YouTube. So anyway, watch this video.
Gypsy Blanchard joined Cameo, and it is getting messy.
As many of you probably already seen, I have joined Cameo recently. I understand that it's a steep price, but I do put my whole heart into it.
Recently, a creator on TikTok requested one asking for advice about her mother not accepting her boyfriend. Kind of part of Gypsy's whole narrative.
There was another girl that she was going through an issue with her mom not approving of her boyfriend. So I kind of gave some, I'm not a licensed professional to give life advice, but wisdom that I've learned throughout the years, been through a lot. So
not only did Gypsyrose respond with a 7-minute video charging $149.
I understand that it's a steep price, but been through a lot.
The creator ran her original question through ChatGPT, and guess what, y'all?
I do put my whole heart into it.
Gypsyrose responded with a ChatGPT answer.
I sent her a video, and I try to put my whole heart into it.
I asked the exact question that I asked Gypsy on the Cameo to ChatGPT. I mean, guys, literally word for word. Just read it. Just read it. She went into so much emphasis about just having a talk with it and, blah, 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 blah. I mean, this is exactly what ChatGPT spit out to me. Which, mind you, this was the prompt that I gave it. It was exactly what I asked Gypsy. I mean, this is actually crazy.
I put so much of myself and my heart.
So not only are these cameos outrageously expensive, but they're not genuine.
I know that's a little pricey. Please know that I know that it's a steep ask. I go through so much.
I mean, what do we expect? Big a shout out to this creator for spending the money to expose GRB.
I will say, if you do buy a Cameo, I do put my whole heart into it.
There are so many people out there that still have not seen the evidence that proves that GRB's narrative is completely false.
Now, this is continuing on from that Cameo that this girl asked Gypsy for. Now, she says Gypsy had no idea that she was being trolled when she was answering said question, right, about mommy boyfriend issues. But Gypsy, a couple of days later, I think she said it was, after she had put out the video, Gypsy sent her that message saying that she knew she was a troll. Now, if Gypsy knew she was being trolled, don't you think she would have just made up some weird, crappy kind of answer instead of answering it in her little Miss Mary Poppins voice, trying to put across that she was the best daughter in the world? It wasn't her fault what happened to her mother. It was her mother's fault what happened to her mother, which is just mind-boggling to me. Anyway, so if you guys haven't seen my post that I had reposted from In the Weeds podcast, go to my post and read it, or go to In the Weeds podcast and read their post. They are in Missouri right now as we speak, trying to talk with people who knew Gypsy and Dee Dee, particularly Dee Dee, and wanted to know what kind of mother she was. They're trying to gather up all this information because there is a major news network. I don't know the name of them yet. They haven't disclosed that to any of us yet, but apparently are in the market of putting out the truth of what happened between Gypsy and Dee Dee, and ultimately Dee Dee's demise. So if any of you guys know anybody who knew them personally, lived near them, even as just a small interaction with them would probably be a really big help for them. If you could contact them or contact Becca Scoops or contact any of the people that are helping them. I think 1980 Millennial is doing it too. They're trying to gather up as much evidence as they can. Don't message me because I don't have a clue about any of that. It has to go to them or somebody who is helping them with that project. Okay. Now to carry on about Gypsy and Ken. Now a lot of people were saying that Ken was in rehab. But then some people were saying he wasn't in rehab because they had seen him around town with Gypsy not long after that rumor came out that he was in rehab. But watch this.
Ken, Gypsyrose, and HIV. Okay, we have not seen Ken in 6 to 8 weeks, I want to say. There were rumors that he was in rehab. However, during the time he was supposed to be in rehab, he was spotted out in the wild with GRB. People are saying he could have gotten a day pass. I don't know, that's pretty early in rehab to be getting any type of passes, but I don't know. First thing, and I'll get to the HIV part in a minute, but somebody that knows them both told me that once Ken gets clean, he's not going to be able to handle it. Meaning GRB, not the entire situation, but specifically GRB. Have y'all noticed that ever since those emails came out, it seemed that his substance use, particularly plowing snow, really ramped up, as we saw in his live stream where he did it. On the live stream, we heard it. We heard the echo of a freaking straw. Ken is really pissed off about one email in particular, and it's this one. I've posted it and read it before. Please pause to read if you're inclined to. This one, she thought he had HIV. The veil sure does lift when you're getting sober. But it's surprising that this email in particular pissed him off the most. Not that GRB unalived her mother, not that she offered her hypothetical 13-year-old daughter to Nicholas Godejohn, not that a man is sitting doing life in prison without the possibility of parole because of her, but that email. All I know is he's very upset about that, very, very upset. I don't know anything else, but apparently like deal breaker upset. You know they're going to get back together next week. They will until they won't. There's so many rumors. There's rumors she's moving to Texas. There's rumors she broke up with Ken. There's rumors now that Ken met a guy in rehab. Who knows?
Cherie is saying there was this thing about Gypsy, Ken, and HIV. Now, I don't know where this story came from to begin with. Like, I don't know who put it out there. Sorry, I had to look at my timer thing for a second there. It didn't look like it was moving. I was like, did I forget to Anyway. I don't know where this story began. I don't know if this story is true. I don't know if it's false. I don't know if anybody out there knows anything about this story. I would be very much appreciative if you could give me some info on that because I'm interested. I'm interested to know if Ken is not in rehab, is he just maybe in NA meetings? Because I do know I have family members who went to NA meetings but didn't have to go through in-house rehab. You know what I mean? Like being stayed there for how many weeks or whatever they stayed there for. They just went to NA meetings every night like you would AA. So it could be that he's maybe just in NA meetings. I don't know. But if he was, do you think that would come to light on social media? Do you think there's enough people out there in that world that would know who he is and if they saw him to put that out there? But then again, aren't those meetings private too? They are, eh? They're private. So maybe even if they knew, they wouldn't be able to say anything anyway without getting kicked out of the NA meetings themselves, right? So it's just another little nugget to think about when you're thinking about Ken in rehab. And in my opinion, if Ken's in said NA meetings or rehab, I think Gypsy should be too. she had actually admitted in court to being addicted to painkillers. She said that more than once on television programs. So, I mean, if he had a problem, I think she would probably also have a problem, don't you? Unless she's lying about the whole thing like we know she likes to do, and maybe she wasn't addicted to anything at all and just used that as an excuse, because that might buy her a way out of the mess that she was putting herself into. That's what I think. But if one goes, they both have to go. And if somebody says, oh, CPS might be involved, if there's a baby and CPS is involved, they would probably recommend that both of them go through the same program, be it whichever it is, in my opinion, right? Let me know what you guys think about that. I'm quite interested to hear about the HIV part, though. If anybody knows anything or knows where I can find any kind of information on that without having to, like, you know, go through health records and stuff like that, because that's impossible to get anyway, because that's, you know, confidential. So I would be greatly appreciative. Now, another thing I want to bring up was Ryan. Yeah, I know. We've been down this road, and I know a lot of people don't like to hear his voice and all that. But this is just a short clip. I promise you. It's like 30 seconds long. Just watch this. Let me know what you think.
Thank you. Earlier today, y'all missed it. We hit some goals, and it was really cool. Like, right now the goals are these golden stars. I've never seen them. Kind of curious. Just kind of curious what they look like, honestly. So, you know, it is what it is.
So now apparently there's a thing on TikTok when you're doing lives. You know how they can throw you those virtual kind of gifts that cost sometimes hundreds of dollars? Apparently now there's this thing called gold stars. I don't know what it means. I don't know how much they cost. This is the first I'm hearing about them as well. I'm going to guess to say that they're probably a pretty penny if he's bringing it up. And he's asking people, you know, oh, you know, it'd be really cool if I could get some more of those gold stars, right? Or does those gold stars mean that they're pushing out his live more? I don't know. See, I have to do a little bit of investigation on this. I just seen this clip, and I decided to run with it because I thought it might mean something in the ways that we know Ryan is grifting hard on TikTok right now, being jobless. And what kills me, another thing too, is remember how hard he was on Ken when Ken didn't have a job? Remember Ryan saying, oh, no job Ken, no job Ken, no job Ken. Now it's no job Ryan. No job Ken, no job Ryan. Heck, you're in the same boat, Ryan. You're going to have good company in there, aren't you? That's what I thought. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Have a great day, and please like and subscribe. It helps me in the algorithm. And I'd like to say thank you to the new members that have subscribed since yesterday. I greatly appreciate it. And I'd like to thank my... I forgot what I was going to say. Everything in this video is my thoughts, opinions, and are alleged.